Hey guys, it's Simone here. Sorry for being a few minutes late. I am gonna wait for a second to see if anyone else jumps on, but we should have had some posts go up and I didn't see them, so I'm trying to figure out where they went. Yeah, I don't know where they went. They should have been posted. Okay, so if you guys are catching this and you guys haven't yet, be sure to check out the pre-posting. Oh crap. I totally posted it on the wrong group. Okay, sorry guys. So I was looking for, I thought that we should have had some posts already go up, but I accidentally put them in the wrong group. So sorry about that. So what you're missing that you guys didn't see is that I give everybody a 30-minute reminder, a 15-minute reminder, and then a 5-minute reminder that gives people an idea of what to expect. So it tells everybody that we're doing a 4-part Facebook event, and that part 1 is roll call, part 2 is the Facebook Live, part 3 is the browse and shop, and part 4 is the raffle winner. Sorry, hold on guys. I'm trying to figure out where it went. I don't know. That's super weird. Okay, so I will share with you guys all the different images that I've used before so that you guys can see it. Sorry, let me just, I don't understand. Alright, I don't know. It should have been there, but I'm not entirely sure where it went. So I'm sorry about that. I'm going to have to find it for you guys. If you guys have questions on anything, let me know. If you guys saw my video on the pre-posts and you guys have questions, you guys are welcome to post them. If you guys have any questions about Facebook parties or any input, I'd love to hear them. Like I said, I do a 30-minute reminder, a 15-minute reminder, a 5-minute reminder with the 4 parts to the event, and then I do, and then right at 8, there should have been a roll call graphic. So a graphic that says, welcome, roll call, we're here to pamper the hostess, can't wait to get started, that kind of thing. And then that's where, like, how do you know the hostess? Or have some sort of fun thing that they can to have them participate, to have them comment. The roll call, it's nice to have something that basically is like, hey, here's the hostess, let's pamper her, let's shower her with compliments, that kind of thing. And that's when you would do that, and that gives people a good way to interact. The more people post, the more their friends are going to see it. You want your hostess to get involved as well. Sorry, I'm like super annoyed that I posted those in some other group that I don't know exists. Okay, so then part 1 is the roll call. This is where, like I said, you're going to have people posting that they're there. Hey, I'm there. I know hostess because we are, high school friends, or we go to church together, or our kids go to, we have play dates or whatever. So that is very easy for you to see, right? You're like, okay, great. We can, as you see their names in, one thing that you can be doing is write down all of their names on a piece of paper for the raffle drawing at the end. You can do whatever you want for the raffle drawing. Again, you don't have to do a raffle drawing. What I like to do is I like to do lip balms or bath salts, because we can get them in the we can get them in the bundles, and so it's a little bit cheaper to send out, and they're kind of a fun way for people to, some unique thing that people can try out. And there's no, at least what I do is I don't do any, there's no hoops they need to jump through to get this. All they need to do is comment, be there for the drawing, and then when you announce them at the end of the night, then just message them with their address to ship it out, okay? Now, so you do that for a few minutes, So you're timing this all because you want this to fit within that 30-minute that you said that you were going to do. If you decide to change it and do like a 60-minute party or a 45-minute party, you can do that. But obviously let your guests know what to expect right off the bat. Hey, we're going to do 30 minutes. This is how we're going to do it. Like, let's get going, right? Part 2 is this part right here. This is the part that I was basically coming on to do, is the part 2 where you go live and you're like, hello, guests of the hostess. Thanks to the hostess so much for having me as a consultant. Like, I'm super excited to pamper you guys, and I'm really excited that hostess is going to get tons of free Posh, right? So this is where you show your gratitude to the hostess and to the guests for joining, and, welcome everybody. And then give them a little snippet about you. So show your personality a bit. Show why you're so cool as a consultant. A little bit about me. Well, my name's Simone. I've been with Posh for 5 years. I love the company because I'm able to share pampering with people, even if tell them a little snippet of your why. I love Posh because I don't have time to spend it. I don't have a day or money to spend at the spa, so it's great to be able to do it at home, that kind of thing. Or I love the vegan ingredients or whatever, right? So this is, you share a little bit about you, not a whole lot, but basically your why. What you were before, what Posh has done for you, and what you are going to do with it. And so it naturally segues into how you found Posh. And then you can go into the products. You don't have to talk about a ton of products live because, again, your live is going to be like 10 minutes. Doesn't have to be super long. Again, make sure your hostess is aware of this and that she's participating and joining in. Now, the thing you can do for your live is you can theme it in some way. So you could do your favorites. So like focus on your top 5 or top 6 products. Focus on the hostess's top 6 products. Focus on anti-aging products, exfoliating products. Like focus on something. It doesn't have to be necessarily cohesive, but you're like, maybe the hostess is obsessed with these few products. Then tell them about it. Tell them about the snarky bar that she's obsessed with. Tell them about the gender bender and the hand cream that she really likes. And so this is your kind of your stage moment, the moment where you're like, all right, we're doing this. This is where you get to shine. Okay. And then, oh, great. Okay, well, I just realized where I posted those graphics, so I'm sorry about that. I will post it for you guys. But I think I put them in the album, so I will look for those. But I will post all that stuff later. But I want to remind you guys that this part of your Facebook, the part 2 of the Facebook Live, is where you get to shine and really share your personality, which is why it's important that all of your pre-posts and any posts that you do afterward need to really reflect your personality, because people are going, hopefully they kind of understand you a little bit more and are a little bit more familiar with the way that you talk or your humor or whatever, and so that when they see you on the Facebook Live, they might already feel like they know you, okay? So like I said, don't just copy and paste. Use what I give you guys and use what you're seeing other people do as a guideline to create your own, okay? All right, and then part 3 is the browse and shop section. Now, the browse and shop section is something that I've seen people do differently, and again, I don't really know what the best way to do it is. However, I do think that one of the best ways to do it is to do a mix of live posting, so you can do live posting and focus on a handful of category lines, or you can do an album, basically. So you have like a public album somewhere, so that you can just copy and paste that album and share with your VIP or with your guests, okay? And I, again, will go through all of this and show you guys how I do it. I just wanted to make sure I talked to you guys tonight so that you guys are familiar with all of the posts, so that you guys know what the heck is going on as I post them. And so when you do that, you're going to basically like, okay guys, I've talked to you guys, and here's for that ready for the next part. This is the browse and shop section. Browse and shop section. So either you're posting different categories every, 2 to 3 minutes or whatever, or you are doing the browsing section, or the custom album that they can browse and shop, and they can comment and ask questions. Okay, if they're you get them to do that, then you're answering the questions. They're like, hey, what's the snarky bark? You're like, can you explain that? What do you use a body scrub for? What do you do? And you're basically like, you're helping them. This is your store. They're looking through things and they're asking questions, and so you're going to help them with that. If you're doing the categories, you don't need to do every single product line. You can highlight a few, your top favorites, the hostess's top favorites, maybe touch base on something that you kind of talked about in the live but didn't really get to talk more about. And then so basically like post a category, post, hey, face masks are awesome because they get to, explain the face masks. And then if you have additional things to add about the product category, you can put it in the comments, okay? Maybe you have a video for Go West, put it in the comments. Maybe you have a video about what is skin sticks, so throw that in the comments of the categories. Maybe you're showing them the Look Natural products and you want to highlight your favorite products from the Look Natural line. Put it in the comments, let people know what your favorites are. And basically, so this is a way for them to look at the products in the event without having to navigate outside of Facebook. And so this is just a very simple way for them to see it in the event. And if they have questions, they can comment. Make sure that they know that you want them to ask questions. You want them to challenge you, okay? All right, so you have that. And so part 1 is like 3 minutes long. Part 2 is maybe 10 minutes long. So now you're 13 minutes in. And then you put part 3, which is the browse and shop, which can be 5 minutes long, maybe 7 minutes long. Just depends again. Maybe your live went for 12 minutes and so that's 15. And then part 3 is 5 minutes. So now you're at 20 minutes, okay? Now, this is where you have a captive audience, and you're going to use this time to tell people that they can earn free Posh too, and that that before you draw the raffle winner, you're going to give them a special, and this special can be limited within that night, or it can be limited before the party ends, but some sort of limited exclusiveness is definitely I think something that you should throw in there, because it's not something that you can't offer a deal and have no expiration date. And this is where you're going to hopefully get bookings off of your party. This is where you're going to try to grow your business. Now, if you can get 3 parties booked off, okay, so this is what the training that I've got on this, and I think it's really great, is you want to have a goal of booking 4 parties that night, or from that hostess, okay? 4 parties. And if they book that night, then they get a prize of some sort. This is up to you what you guys want it to be, but they get a prize when they host their party. And then if you can get 4 of them to book, then your hostess is going to get to pick whatever she wants from the catalog. Again, this doesn't have to be the prize. It can be whatever you guys want. But your host booked. So that is her incentive for getting her guests to book a party. Okay? Now, the guest's incentive can be, like I said, it could be a hand cream. It could be a bath salt. It could be a deluxe sample pack. Whatever works for you guys. And it doesn't even have to be product. Like, it could be free shipping on her order, or a discount off of her order, or something. You guys can decide what you guys want to do. But if they book, then she's going to get stuff. So if she gets 4 people, well, they're going to get stuff. If she gets 4 people, then she's going to get stuff. Now, the reason why there's 4 is usually you want to aim for at least 3 booked parties, 3 booked events off of whatever event you're doing. So 3 rebookings. The reason why, if you guys don't know this yet, is 1, to replace the one that you just did, so to sustain your business. Another one, to grow your business. a third one just in case. So this is your backup, and if in case either of the other two fall through for whatever reason. And then the fourth one is another just in case. So that one's just another like shoot for the moon kind of thing. Now, if you can get all four, that's amazing because you can just see it multiplying, right? If you have, it's a exponential thing anyway. So that's what you're doing there. So you're like, okay, guys, thanks so much. We're getting to the end of this. But before I draw the raffle winner, I just wanted to give you guys a special, right? So if you host, you get free stuff. Your hostess can get free stuff. So you let that or post that. And that is your, almost last post now. And so that's kind of almost the wrap up. And then one of the last bits is you're going to go live again to announce your raffle winner. Again, you don't necessarily have to. However, this just gives you a little bit more personal touch, another touch with your customers. Now, if you go live again, remember that the raffle names that you wrote down in the very beginning, now you have them in a bowl and you're like, hey guys, thanks so much for joining me. I told you guys, it's super simple, super easy. How fun is that? Tell them, this is the time that you're also going to be able to tell them, hey, don't forget to check this out. Hey, whatever specials we have, this is going on. Or be sure to, I don't know, just this is another time you have a captive audience. So you can choose to reiterate your hostess booking incentive. Let people know of whatever specials you have going on. Let them know when the party closes, etc. How they can pamper their hostess. And then you draw the raffle winner. Congrats, Patty Posh. You have won the Basol or something, some prize, Thanks so much for joining us tonight, kind of thing, okay? So that's your raffle winner post. That is part 4. So after you do that, you can put in the comments, congrats, tag that person that won, let her know that you're going to message her for her address and that you're going to send it out to her, okay? After all of this is said and done, you're pretty much like you're winding down. And so at this point, that's where you're going to post and thank everybody for joining you that night. Thank the hostess for hosting. Like you said that already. Say that in your raffle live, but then post it again. Thank everyone for joining. Thank you for the hostess for choosing you as the consultant. And remind people that if they have questions, you're going to be there for the next half an hour or whatever to answer questions, and that you'll be checking back in before the event closes to answer any questions. So if anyone has questions, they know that you're available. There are people that do the Facebook Live posts or parties, and it's very, very quick. They want people to buy like ASAP that night. And with Posh, I'm not sure that works super well because it is so personalized and it varies so much. So you want to make sure people know that there is still time to look at it later. So that's the end of that. Okay, so you've ended your Facebook party for the night. At the end of that, you're going to continue with your hostess coaching. So now you're going to message your hostess, and one of the trainings I did said do this in a voice message, which I think voice messages are super fun. If you guys have not done them yet, it's another way to get a really nice personal touch with anybody. Tell your hostess thanks again for hosting. Let her know what her party totals are at. Let her know what her goals are to hit. Say maybe she hasn't quite hit 200 yet for that 10 perks per dollar. Let her know that she's only however many away, and that you're there. If she has questions, you're there to help her in any way that you can. So if she has anything, any questions, if she has anything if there's anything that you can do, you want her to know that you're there for her, right? And let her know what the party totals are at, so she knows. And that when the event closes and all that fun stuff. So that's when you do that. You're going to check back in, obviously, to the event, and you're going to, like I said, you make sure you're commenting and replying to everybody. Even if they're like, I love the healer. Don't just like it, comment and tell her, yeah, I'm so glad you love the healer. This is my favorite for my kids, or my favorite lip balm, or my favorite. Some people might not know what the healer stick is. So to comment is great, and you want to have that interaction with your guests. All right, so that's your Facebook party. That's the quick version well, in word word form of the Facebook party. Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to post all the graphics and stuff. I'm sorry that I did not get them up here beforehand, but I wanted to make sure that you guys know what I was doing before I did it, so you can kind of see where I'm going with all the things. All right, no questions? Sorry, I feel like I have to sneeze again. All right, so there is an album in the Facebook group that talks about the 30-minute live Facebook party, but I will be posting them for you guys and kind of going over it again. So tomorrow I will be doing all that. So make sure you guys take a look at it. Do I leave the Facebook event page open for a few days after? Yeah. So the Facebook event page it's going to remain there. It's not closed or anything like that. It might say that the event has passed, but it doesn't mean that you have to have access to it. You can still post on it. Guests are still going to be able to get into it and see all the information. So the next morning, you would get on and tell everyone, hey, if you guys missed, the live portion last night, be sure to scroll down and check out what you missed. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. Another thing that you can also post is, hey, come hang out in my VIP group. It's super fun. This is where all my specials and updates are, so be sure to join the group. So that's another thing you can post after the event, the live event, but you don't leave it. You're still posting after it until the event closes. So say the Facebook event is on Tuesday and you're closing the event or closing like the party on Friday, then you're still posting. So it's on Tuesday, you're still posting. Wednesday, you're like letting people know that it's still available to look at on Wednesday. Thursday, you're letting people know that Thursday, maybe you didn't mention the Posh to Meet You sets. Hey, if you guys don't know where to start, the Posh to Meet You sets are a great way to get started. Friday, this is the last day, guys. Make sure to, get all your pampering in before blah, blah, blah. If you have, there's more. You can always keep posting. Don't just end it, the end of it. Because, like I said, Posh, it sometimes takes time. People it isn't a product that people can very easily just spontaneously buy because they're not entirely sure what's going, of what they need for their skin. So you might even be in contact with some of the people that were interested or people that were trying the samples and were unsure of something that worked for them, So we do have we do have the graphics are in a folder in the group, and there is another training, a previous YouTube video on this that I've talked about, but this is a little bit different. So if you guys want to see more, be sure to check that out. Also keep in mind that there are a lot of other trainings out there, so I do encourage you guys to check out all the different things because there's a lot of training out there, and there's a lot of different ways to do it. So maybe you're a games person and games do really well with your customers. Then throw those in there. Sometimes games work really well to get people to look at your website and to sort through the products and to find whatever guessing game that you have going on. So definitely take a look at all the different options out there. All right. I'm going to jump off if there aren't any other questions. Be sure to check out the albums. That's going to help you guys a lot, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to post as much as I can on this for you guys. All right. Okay, if there are no questions, I am going to jump off. I will talk to you guys later. If you guys are looking at this later, make sure you're checking out the pre-post video first, and then come on and jump on to this again. And then if you guys have questions, be sure to just ask, because obviously if you're catching this later, you can always jump on and ask questions because we are here for you. So reach out to your sponsor, reach out to your premier, or I guess whatever. Reach out to somebody, post on the team page, whatever. I kind of blabbed for a little bit, so sorry about that. But I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful night.